I have experienced it. I have people in my life that say, well, okay, I understand that they say that supplement tested well on you, but did you get a blood test? Because they don't believe in it. So maybe you can talk about what it is and the science behind it.
Absolutely. Applied kinesiology birthed out of the chiropractic profession, and it was started by a gentleman, Dr. George Goodhart, and he was an amazing clinician. I never got the chance to meet him, but I know many people who have met him, have learned directly from him, and speaks the world of him. Dr. Goodhart was somebody who did not leave any stone unturned. He wanted to help people and discover all the modalities, all the therapies, all the methods that could possibly help a person. I would say that's probably the as perfect of a doctor as you can find. Somebody who's willing to go from through and comb through the end of the earth just to find something, one thing that could help a person. He studied acupuncture, Chinese medicine. He asked his colleagues who studied other types of energetic medicine or reflexology, and put together a system for him that works really well through discovery. And back then, in the 1950s or so, right, there wasn't a whole lot of advanced level research that people can have access to. So a lot of it birthed out of his own clinical experience and the experimentations and whatnot. He was also good friends with Dr. Royal Lee, who started Standard Process Supplements, which is essentially the first supplement company, who was very into nutrition, and they were invested in how do I nourish the body in order to alleviate ailments and symptoms and disease and dysfunction. And so, together through that community, that's where applied kinesiology, AK, really started. And so, it is a system that helps us diagnose, helps us measure, and helps us find out what the body is asking for, what it needs in real time. And when I say things like asking for, talking to the body, people think it's very, even for me, I still think it's a very weird term. So I like to say, really, it's our body's way of communicating with us, and applied kinesiology helps us communicate back to it. See, our body is always communicating with us, right? It's not speaking to us in English or Spanish or Japanese. It's speaking to us in its own language, which is neurology, nervous system language. If we have low blood sugar, we get hungry. If you're dehydrated, you get thirsty. If there is some sort of inflammatory issue in your joints, we get pain. These are signals, these are communication methods. Your body is talking to you through nervous system, through neurology. So let's talk to the body in its own language. When you do muscle testing, when you do applied kinesiology, that is a nervous system language that we are using. We're challenging the body using a muscle test to get a neurological response from it. I don't understand how it's not even used in majority of healthcare,
Mm-mm.
because it is really it's the only tool that really respects what that individual is needing, is asking for, is dysfunctional in real time at that moment.
Yeah.
But it's not perfect, because muscle testing could be used in the wrong form, I believe, and there could be biasness in there as well. So again, it's not a perfect science, it's not a perfect method. There is no such thing as that, but it is a tool. So it's one tool that complements other types of testing like stool analysis, blood analysis, hair analysis, and on and on. I like to say that when you run lab work, right, you can run, if you're a functional medicine, if you go to somebody who does functional medicine, you might find that they run a whole plethora of lab values and biomarkers and to assess what's going on in the body. And there could be 10 things that are not in its optimal range. Well, the question would be, do we attack those 10 things all at once? Do we attack one thing? Do we treat for two or three? What is the proper way? So, when you run labs, it's sort of like looking on a map and you see that LA is here, San Francisco is here, Wisconsin is here, New York is here, and then we have Miami over here, and you see all the different details on the map. However, we don't know, if I was to leave Orange County right now, I don't know right outside my neighborhood whether to turn left or right. And after that, whether I should take the freeway, the toll road, what do I do? That's what's going on with muscle testing. It's the GPS system. It allows me to go, I understand that there are multiple things that are not functioning at optimal levels in your body, but let me use the muscle test. Let me use your body to let me know whether I should turn left or right. Should I work on your liver, kidney, brain, nervous system, gut, thyroid, hormones, right? What do I do first in its priority? So I really like that as a tool. And there's nothing wrong with people who don't do muscle testing. There's nothing wrong with people who don't run labs. But in my own opinion, I believe that we should use all the tools available, right? That just comes from, again, my experience as going through my pain with my dad is I'm not going to leave any stone unturned. I'm going to try to get as much data as I can. And I believe that using the muscle testing is truly respecting what the body is asking for. And to me, that again, your nervous system is connected to our higher power. It's connected to the quantum field. And if you understand quantum physics, really, that's really God. That's really like where that all comes from. So I believe that using muscle testing, I can put my faith in God. I can put my faith in really the universal intelligence. I can put my faith in the blueprint in our quantum field, right, to determine what is the best way of getting that body to express its most highest self.